Welcome to the 5D Check-In, where hosts Kerry and Paula explore the 5Ds of life in their weekly conversations, because spirituality isn't just light and love, it's the whole dance. The 5Ds are their way of keeping it real, keeping it soulful, and keeping it just a little bit quirky.
So, my lovely, what's brought you delight this week? I love that word. You
delight reminds me of that dessert.
Yeah,
is that what it's called?
Angel delight.
Angel delight.
I love that.
That's the first thing. It was horrible. I never.
I loved it. Of course, I did.
Delight. What's brought me delight this week? I think what's brought me delight is having really, really good friends, supportive friends that you can reach out to and check in with you and remind you that you're not going crazy and that you're not on your own feeling the same thoughts and feelings, because there's something going on collectively with the consciousness at the moment, because it's really fascinating how we're all feeling the same, or that kind of the same things going on. So what brings me delight is my friends. My friends. So yeah. What about you? What's brought you delight?
You're right, because I don't know when actually this is going to go out, when people are going to hear this, but we're in those 2 weeks, aren't we, in September, between the full moon and then the 21st, which is the eclipse on the 21st. And it has been bonkers. The whole world has gone mad, hasn't it? Yeah. Every day we're messaging each other going, has anyone gone crazy yet? But almost it's like everything's being blocked, and it's like, if you haven't got your shit together, then it's coming up, the universe is bringing it up.
Yeah, I think it's almost, I think I said to you before, I think it's got to a point now where you've had signs in the past, whether you're in the wrong relationship, the wrong job, you've had signs, you've not noticed them. So the universe, or whatever you want to call it, is gone, they haven't listened. Yeah. You've not got your shit together. You're not listened. So we're going to give you this situation and we're going to really shake things up. And that's what's been happening with everybody. Yeah. Everybody's had things completely shaken up. It's really, really fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're right. Actually, that has brought me delight, because we really have all supported each other, haven't we, this week? I mean, that is my delight. And my other delight has got to be my chicks. Come on.
Oh, your chicks. Butterbean and chickpea.
Yes.
Do you want to explain a little bit about
I have got these two little chicks. They are beautiful. So we've got chickens at home, and we've had a hen sitting on eggs. She had 6 eggs. She was sitting on them. And she hatched 4, and then just left the other 2 eggs. And so we put those other 2 eggs in a trainer, in a shoe, in the boiler room, and left them. We just didn't think anything of them. And then I walked past, 2 weeks later, I walked past the boiler room, and there was this little I went in the boiler room, and there's these little chicks. Oh. And they hatched. But of course, they were too young to go to the mum, because the others were 2 weeks old, and chicks grow really, really quickly. Chickens do. So I'm chick mum, which was wonderful until they've started to grow into chickens. And now they shit everywhere.
They do.
And it's causing a lot of hassle between me and Craig, but I still can't let them leave yet. I just
They're
adore
so
them.
Cute. They follow you everywhere. And any guests or people that come to your place, they follow them and they sit with them.
Me too.
But Mania, our friend, she had them on her lap, didn't she, the other night? And they were like a dog. Yeah. They like rested their head on her, I don't know, on her leg, and they're so cute.
I know. So I have bought chicken nappies.
Chicken nappies?
Yeah.
Where'd you get chicken nappies? Nappies from?
Yeah, chicken nappies. But at the minute, I put this nappy thing on one of them the other day, but they're not quite big enough yet. And he was like sidestepping and sidewalking, because it was just too much for him. But
now you could get nappies for chickens.
Yeah, you can get anything.
Well, of course. Well, I was going to say you didn't get them from Temu.
Yeah.
Is it Temu? Is that how you say it?
Temu.
I
don't know what it is. But anyway, yeah, that was my delight. Actually, I've had loads of delights.
Well, everybody has delights every single day, but it's whether you acknowledge them.
Yeah, you're right.
It's whether you acknowledge them, really. So, but for me, friendship.
Yeah.
Friendship. And your tribe, your circle just brings me delight right now.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It has been. It's been tough actually. And that we can go into that next. What's been your discomfort? in our 5D conversation.
Isn't this weird? Because we're going to talk about what's not been going right, and it's funny because it's when somebody says name 5 positive things about yourself, and you can't think of anything.
Yeah.
But when we talk about something negative,
go on, do it.
5
Name
positive
5
things
positive
about
things.
myself. Oh, okay. I am very supportive.
Yeah.
I am kind.
Yeah.
I am very protective and loyal to my friends and my family. How many am I on?
3.
I'm very passionate about things that I care about. And I'm a bit cheeky.
Yay! Well done. No, you don't need to do it. I said that to you and then I thought, shit, she's going to lie.
Well, you've got to say 5 things about yourself.
Okay. 5 things about myself. I'm cheeky, same as you. Funny. I'm funny. I am loving.
Yes.
Especially to animals. I absolutely love animals. I love animals. I'm incredibly proud of myself. I am really proud. I'm an absolute fighter. And I have a lot of compassion.
Yeah, that's a Scorp. You're a Scorp, aren't you? Scorpio. Okay, so name 3 things that. Can you name 3 negative things? Even though you portray the negative about you, they're not necessarily what people might see.
Well, you know what? Actually, no, you're completely right, because that's shadow, isn't it? And that's one of the hardest things that people find with, like we were saying with the guest just earlier. The hardest thing is in spirituality, it's all woo-woo, it's all this, it's all wonderful. No, it isn't. Order.
Yeah, let me reframe the question.
Yeah.
What 3 things are you working on within yourself?
I'm finding it going to be very easier to find, because this last 2 weeks I've had a lot of my stuff come up. I think we all have, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Because, so the first one is if something makes me feel uncomfortable, I will retreat like a tortoise. I've got such a huge protection mechanism, and I'm delving into why that is, why I feel the need to protect with such armor. So I'm really working on that. I'm working on, okay, so this has come along. It's making me feel uncomfortable. Why? What's my lesson? How do I deal with this? How can I grow through this? But at the same time, it's looking at why I have that behavior. And that's shadow work. There's things about ourselves that we don't necessarily like.
But it's about owning those parts of yourself. I suppose people reject those. I don't get angry, or no, I don't get jealous. But we all hold those aspects within ourselves, and I call them overspilling. So when you have a overspill shadow feminine part of yourself, which basically means feeling, let's go with jealousy. So if you're feeling jealous, when you've got it, balance, it's about honoring that feeling of the jealousy. And it's like, well, okay, why am I feeling this way? When someone hasn't got an unbalanced feminine shadow, then they act on that jealousy and then they go crazy. So it's about honoring those aspects of ourselves. I mean, we're all doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
I think we're generally great human beings, so I think.
I agree.
Yeah, but you're not getting out of it. You've got to finish the other 2 things.
I thought you were.
So you withdraw. And I have seen that about you. You withdraw and you probably, would you say you ghost people?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that other person thinks, well, she hasn't got back to me. I think it's, So.
I'm terrible for it. And I don't like myself, but I'm not, I actually faced something today.
Yeah.
That made me feel uncomfortable. And I've actually written in my diary for next week a day, and it's the day to do everything that makes me feel uncomfortable. And I'm going to dedicate time to do that every single week instead of running away from things, because I get really overwhelmed. And I think it actually goes back to the people pleasing. I think if I can't give somebody what they want, I'll retreat completely and not face it.
Yeah. And to your mic.
Oh, and then I end up hurting people even more.
Okay.
And that's never my intention in the beginning.
Yeah. So you're owning and I think that's great when you're aware of what you're trying to work on. So what's the other two?
Things that I'm working on. The thing that I'm working on at the minute, and I find it really hard. It's family. I love my family. I love my family so much. But the more I think in a spiritual way, I sometimes feel the distance between them and me, and I'm trying to work out how to bridge that.
What do you mean? I don't
know. I think they think I'm a bit crazy, and I don't know. It's just that their thinking is different to my thinking. And again, it makes me want to withdraw from them. So here's that whole withdrawal feeling coming in again.
But isn't that about honouring who you truly are and feeling confident about yourself? And then I suppose it's difficult with family, but if you honour yourself and step into who you are and you're comfortable with that, if those people can't support you in that way, then it's difficult, really. It's like friendship. You often hear with friends, don't you? When you start changing and evolving, and the people that you originally aligned yourself with, they fall away. Yeah, because they don't want you to change into the person that you meant to be with. Yeah. So with family, it's really difficent.
It is, isn't it? Because if they ever listen to this, I absolutely love you more than anything in the whole world. That's not in question. It's just understanding people's thought patterns now, because mine have changed so much. So it's just finding that common ground.
Well, it's Mel Robbins, her classic. Just let them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. It is that.
It's just let them and honouring and accepting them for where they are. And you just let them. Yeah. I love Mel Robbins.
Yeah, she is great.
So what's your third thing?
My third thing is you guys, actually. For a huge part of my life, I push my friends away. And I push them away because I think, oh no, I can't get too close to that person because I'm going to fuck it up. And then they're not going to like me and they're going to think I'm a horrible person and I'll have to go through all that pain. So it's best just to not have friends. And I know. And I've been through that probably for the last 20 years. And, it's been brought right out into the open with you guys because you're so honest, you're so loving, you're so caring. I got bitch slapped by one of them this morning.
That was so funny.
For something I did. And but that's just beautiful because that makes, it's like you and I, right in the very beginning, you messaged me once and said, we'd done something. I'd said we'd had a conversation together between us, and you were like, Paula, that made me feel really uncomfortable. Let's not do that ever again. Let's not talk about anyone unless they're there.
Yes.
And
that's Mel Robbins.
Yeah. And instantly I went into a flat spin of, oh my God, I'm a terrible person. She hates me. But that actually taught me that I can trust you, and so I think I find it really, really uncomfortable to let myself go with people. I never thought I did. But I do, and that has come to light since I've known you guys.
You have started to come out yourself more. And I think that's really important thing is, when you do have friendships with people, can you be your authentic self? Yeah. And I think it's having those people around you that honour warts and all, and we're all doing the best that we can. Yeah. And I think it's important to have self-awareness as well. I'm always not constantly, but when I've been in company with people, I do like an evaluation. Okay, how have I shown up today? You know, have I upset that? And it used to be quite extreme and it has calmed down. But, you know, now I'm like, this is who I am. And it's knowing who you are and who you're not.
Exactly.
And then, you know, you're not going to like everybody, and
no,
it's just the way it is.
And everybody's not going to like us.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, isn't it? And it's I don't know. So anyway, you can't get away with it. What's yours?
My 3 things.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I think one of the most important lessons that I've been learning recently is about overgiving.
Yeah.
And I think it maybe come from a wound, which is see me. And I would overgive or try hard in a friendship or perhaps in a relationship. I know I did in the last relationship, to feel validated by other people. So I would maybe be wanting to be seen, and kind of, just overgive. So it's about learning to pull back my energy, and be comfortable to sit in the space with people without actually saying, do you know who I am? I do this. And then I know. But overgiving comes in lots of different ways, doesn't it, really? And also another thing that I've been learning is to be more discerning with people. I mean, there's a lot of lovely people out there, but depending on where they're on their journey and their consciousness, if you're overgiving and oversharing straight away, you know, they could take advantage. So that has been a learning to kind of hold back my energy, because I want to go in and rescue. I'm a sorter, I'm a doer, and it's just pulling back that energy, really. So to be discerning and not overgiving. 2, 3 in 1?
You got to do
one more. What else am I working on? I think another thing, maybe valuing myself, learning to value myself. And I think it all comes all together, really.
Yeah.
And knowing that no job, person or situation is going to fill that void of validation. I can only do that by myself. And since shifting that and stepping into that, people are valuing me more and they're seeing me more. Yeah. And that's why when people say it's an inside job, it is an inside job.
Oh my God, it is.
It's so definitely, you know, you've got to redirect. I had an image then of a decorator painting. You've got to do your own decor inside. And honestly, if people are listening and they're stuck, they've just got to do you've got to do the work. You've got to do the inside work.
Yeah.
So
you have, and it's that's scary, isn't it?
It is scary. It's not easy. It's not easy, but So,
have you let go of anything? Do you think these last 2 mad, crazy weeks?
Have I let go of anything? Have I let go in anything? I was thinking of something stupid then. No. I'm just in a place where I'm trusting at the moment. I'm trusting and I'm surrendering everything that is unfolding in front of me. I mean, I've let go of a lot of stuff in the past. I think the old version of myself. Yeah. You know, because often we have these masks of what we portray to the world, and it's learning to take your mask off and be yourself. Yeah. Be yourself. As long as you've got a good heart and your intention is in the right place, you can't go wrong. No. You can't go wrong. And, you know.
That's it. Yeah. Intention. I have been really working on letting go of my fat.
You what?
My fat.
Oh, you're fat. Sorry, I just,
I have no idea. And is anyone listen to this who is overweight? You go to bed at night and you so pray to God that it's not there in the morning.
Oh, really? So you've been wishing it.
But then it's there still.
You've been wishing it away.
You know, that's, I don't know why I said that. That just popped into my head. But, you know, if there's anything I could totally detach myself from, then it would be that. But that's a whole different layer of other stuff, you know, which I'm going to address.
Do you want to talk a bit about that?
I don't mind talking about it. Yeah,
I was going to say, have you always carried weight?
No. No, I haven't always carried weight. I was really slim in my teens, in my 20s. I started IVF, and it was when I started IVF that I started to put the weight on. And I think I also got emotionally ill, and they upped my meds. So I had to take antipsychotics for a certain point in my life as well. And those two things, the antipsychotics and the IVF medication, just sent me into a bit of a weight overdrive. And then I started really, because I've got a really addictive personality, and I'd used not necessarily food for the first part of my life to dampen those feelings. And then when the IVF and the medication come along, because some antipsychotics can give you the munchies a bit like weed does.
Yeah.
So they make you, people say, oh, they make you fat. They don't make you fat. What they do is they increase your hunger urges and make you eat more, because the reality is you don't get fat by thinking about food. You get fat by eating the wrong foods. And that's the reality of it. But it does play really heavily on my mind. It's, it's an issue. That's probably why I brought it up. It is an issue for me, but it's for me to tackle. It's time. I think that's why I brought it up. It's time.
Yeah, well, I think you've gone through quite a lot of changes, and I think it will happen when you're ready to. I think I don't know why, but I just feel it's just going to go. Something will go click.
I'll wake up in the morning and it will be.
Yeah, it'll be.
Greg will be like, "Oh, who are you?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I think it's all part of learning to love yourself as well. And I think once you start doing and aligning yourself, and I think that's when you'll start to lose the weight. Yeah. Because they say weight is emotional padding, don't they?
Absolutely. And it really is.
And so you've probably, it's to protect, it's like a protective thing, isn't it? Because, and stopping people from getting into who Paula really is.
Well, and that's the whole thing. If you think about it, everything that I've been saying is I've kept my distance because I've been too afraid to get close to people. So, and that's what we're talking about when we say to people, go inside and do your shadow work, because all of a sudden you think, oh my God, all of those things and behaviours, they make sense. Yeah. They're a result of things that you sometimes never even really thought about. You're just playing out these behaviours without really thinking about it.
Yeah. People might think, what is shadow work?
Yeah, you tell them.
I was thinking that. Yeah. Well, this is my perspective on shadow work. I think shadow work is looking at your stuff that you don't want to look at. I think I touched on that just earlier, really. So it is looking at those thoughts that you may have and really kind of pinpointing, well, where are they coming from? Looking at those wounds within. Why am I doing these behaviours constantly? Why do I push people away? Why am I getting in these types of relationships? It's really looking into the dark bit of yourself. Yeah. And that's what sets you free.
It is. That is the thing. It is what sets you free.
Yeah, because you have it's not all bunny flowers. Bunny flowers. Hang on a minute. I tried to mix it up.
Anyone knows what bunny flowers are, we'd be really interested to know.
I've actually got my own vocabulary, and often people say that, these are Kerryisms. Yeah. Bunny flowers. So bunnies
little things with bunnies tails.
Not everything is bunnies. Hang on a minute. Rainbows and, lollipops.
And unicorns.
I don't know, fluff, whatever people think that as the light. You have to honour the dark and the light, and to honour both, all those aspects of yourself to go forward. I can't even talk now, walk forward. But I think coming out of my last relationship, I had to really go in and look at how I was showing up in that dynamic. And he was my greatest teacher. He taught me so much about my wounds. I mean, he held a mirror up to myself, and I'm pretty sure I did it to him as well, of all these things that I needed to work on. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have stepped into my shadow work and stepping into the person that I am today, really.
So that's nice.
Yeah. And I think I mean, shadow work might be different to everybody, but that's my own perspective about it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's what it is. I think it's looking at the things that are causing us friction. It's looking at repeated patterns. You know how people will say, "Oh, why does this keep happening to me?" Well, it keeps happening because you're not learning the lesson.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. And the answers to that are inside.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes things that we don't really want to talk about or don't even want to acknowledge to ourselves, because no one wants to think that they've got bad stuff, but we're human beings. We've all got bad shit.
We have. Yeah,
you know,
we have.
It's just part of who we are. But like you say, face it, deal with it, learn the lessons, move through it, and life just becomes so much more joyful.
It's not easy.
No, it isn't easy.
You know, but then again, is it easy? But it's just your perception that it's not easy.
It's getting very philosophical.
No, but the guests that we've been having, we were talking about this earlier. Oh my God, they're teaching me so much. And I think we've both said we thought that we knew everything, but we know nothing. And it's really important to show up as the student, not the teacher. And it's been quite mind-blowing, hasn't it, really? And I think one of our guests said, life is not... It's not easy and it's quite difficult at the moment. And I was thinking, well, actually, life is perfect and everything is okay, but it's your perception.
It is.
It's your perception. It's like, well, someone's crashed into my car. It's absolutely terrible. It's shit. I can't believe it. Or it's someone's crashed into my car, but it's okay. The sun's shining and do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's your perception, really. So is it right for me to say that life, it's not shit, it's actually brilliant?
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
I'm making sense, yeah. So
I don't know. Is
Is
she making sense?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love questioning things, and I'm not saying I'm right.
What I'm going to ask you is, what are you dreaming about?
What am I dreaming about?
What are you manifesting at the moment? What are you going to pull in? You know, when you close your eyes and think about life, like you were just saying, that life isn't shit, you know, life is magic. What magic are you pulling in to your life?
What magic am I pulling into my life? I have to repeat the question. I think for me at the moment is my purpose and my career. And I feel I'm loving the journey that I'm on at the moment. And I'm absolutely loving these podcasts because we're meeting some incredible people. But I want to leave this planet knowing that I've inspired and empowered people.
You do.
Thank you. I love empowering people and planting those seeds to make people see things perhaps in a different way. And I love shaking things up. I move quick on things. I love connecting people and shifting things, hence the name Shift Happens. I don't know. I just want to pull in more opportunities for me to help people and inspire and change those pathways in the mind. I think for me, that's what I would like to achieve. You know, on my gravestone, Kerry empowered, inspired thousands and thousands of people. Because I don't want to get cremated. I think I want to be buried. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
and I don't want to be cremated either.
I don't. Yeah, I want to be buried.
There's something weird about that. I don't. Yeah, we don't want to be cremated. Maybe we were burnt at the stake.
Oh well, that's yeah. So what about you? What are you trying to?
Well, I'm pulling in lots of things at the minute. I close my eyes as I say this because I've been doing a manifestation meditation every morning. But my biggest thing is ecopsia, my retreat. I just love it. That's what I'm bringing in. And I think it's actually what's happened for me is I've always wanted to run a spiritual retreat. I love running retreats. I just love it. But I've always wanted to run something that's empowering, that's nurturing, And I love creating space. I just love it. I love walking around a space and thinking people can come in and they can just go.
Your place has got that really warm feeling.
I want people to feel that they're being wrapped up when they walk through the door. And so having that space with me as a facilitator, but also providing the space for other facilitators to come in. So it kind of goes even to a bigger level than that. You know, it's and that's what we're pulling in at the minute, you know, just
what makes your, because there's a lot of retreat spaces out there, isn't there, really? So what makes your place so different than anybody else's?
Do you know, I've thought about this. I have thought about this, and I'm probably going to give an answer that people won't expect me to give. And that's that actually nothing.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is if everyone is running a retreat space with heart and integrity, then everyone should be giving people what they need. Yeah. And so that's how I feel. And I feel when you're going to a space to do some inner work, to relax, if you're burnt out, if you're stressed, if you're struggling, then it's a bit like how you choose a crystal. You go to what resonates.
Well, yeah, I suppose it's the same with when you're looking for a hairdresser or any business, you kind of go with what you're drawn to, or you go on recommendation, really.
Exactly. And I really, truly believe that everyone that comes to us, to Ecopsia, every therapist that works there, every person that comes there because they're burnt out, they're stressed, they're struggling, will come because they're meant to be there at that moment in time. And they're meant to be with the people that also happen to be there at that moment in time, because that's how the wonderful universe works. And so I don't feel that I need to say I'm better because I've got this or I've got that. What I can say is that I know I've created a loving environment that is pleasing to the eye, that's comfortable, that's warm.
I'd say
cozy,
it's warm and cozy,
and earthy. I don't have the latest bougie spa and bougie this and bougie that. But that's not what it's about.
And it always smells great at your place.
You know, and that's how I feel. I just, you know, for me, it is about creating a nest for people to come in and to just let it go.
Yeah.
To just let it go. That's how I feel. And some people probably think, Paula, that's the worst sales pitch anyone's ever done in their entire life. But it's the truth. That's how I feel.
No, I think you've answered that.
And I
really,
you know,
honestly, really. Yeah. And I think, what's that film called? The Field of Dreams. You haven't watched it?
No, I still haven't watched
Kevin
it.
Costner. And there's a word he says, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I feel like I'd like to be a little beacon.
Yeah.
And it will call to the people that are meant.
But we love having people around, because obviously we work from yours to do the podcast, you know, and people are welcome to drop in and have a cuppa, you know, you don't have to be local because you can come and stay. And stay. But it is a really warm, nurturing place and a safe place.
Yeah.
You know, and I think every year we probably say, oh God, things are really bad in the world, you know, and I think, again, it's your reality. Let me give you an example. I was walking, been doing some house sitting for a friend, and I was walking the dogs, and this guy stopped me and just wanted a bit of a chit chat. And he said that he was on antidepressants, and, you know, because I get
some random just stop.
Yeah, well, I get people just talk to me, you know, so I just let him talk.
In there, but...
No, it's fine. He said that he was on antidepressant, and he says, have you switched on the TV lately, you know, with the world and everything? And I just said, well, maybe don't watch the TV, you know, and then you won't absorb with what's going on. But what I'm trying to say is, I think at the moment, yes, it is tough times out there, and there's a lot of shifts and everything. And I think more importantly, people are looking for an outlet, a place, a somebody, to kind of help understand what's going on and how they're feeling. I think more so than ever. Do you think?
100%. And I think that's how it'll go even more. So I think people will start, because we've been so external, and human beings need human beings.
Yeah.
And community is so important, and like you say, I think it's so easy I don't watch the news anymore.
No.
And so people will say, oh, this has happened, and somebody said to me yesterday, oh, Trump is in London, and he's really, I had no idea Donald Trump was coming, because I'm not interested. I don't listen to all that, because it's fear mongering. It increases my anxiety.
Yeah.
And I don't need to know.
Yeah, and I think I was watching a scientist actually talk about, and he's science backed, that the collective is shifting and we are waking up.
Yes.
To a new way of thinking and a perspective. So something is going on. We're not making this crap up. There is things that are going on. And there's probably people out there thinking, God, this keeps happening to me, these tough times and stuff like that. But there's a message in this. It's about changing your thinking. So something is definitely happening.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, though, I believe, I do listen to lots of things, but they tend to be kind of documentaries and stuff on the planet and all different things. But I truly believe that we're going through a time of chaos, which we are. Everyone feels chaotic.
Yeah.
But if you look back, Earth has always gone through chaos. And so have we as human beings. We have times where we're in complete chaos and turmoil, but out of that comes our growth. And I think we're going through that collectively as a planet. We're going through chaos. It's like I know this is a bit of a cliche and a bit cheesy, but it's like a lotus that grows that beautiful flower out of the mud. Something beautiful always follows something bad, because that is just the law of nature, the law of the universe.
Well, there's light, dark, up, down. There has to be a counteract balance. That is the law of the universe, definitely.
And so for me, I am just holding that frequency, and just staying positive and learning my lessons every day, and working so much on gratitude.
Yeah, and I think I'm noticing and hearing from a lot of people that people are a bit more angry, they're losing their temper, a bit more aggressive in the supermarket and stuff like that. And I think it is about holding compassion and staying in your lane, because you don't know what's going on for that person.
Exactly.
You don't know so don't be quick to lose your shit with somebody, because you just don't know what's going on, really. So it's like the analogy of being in a car, and this is probably going to be a shit analogy now, but this sounds really good. It's being in the car and they're driving really, really, really slow, and you don't know, this is a really shit analogy, and they're driving really slow. But you don't know, they're driving slow because there's something wrong with the car. There could be any reason. And I know once I had to drive the car really slow because I needed to get to the garage, and I can't remember what was wrong with it. And people were cursing me, beep. And I'm like, for God's sake. So was that a shit analogy?
No, it was actually a very good analogy.
Good one. And you just don't know what is going on. So don't be quick to judge.
Yeah.
And people need kindness and compassion. Obviously, we need to hold our boundaries. We don't want people taking advantage and taking the piss. But, we just need to be, especially now. And that has actually happened in the last couple of weeks for me, where somebody has acted in a way that I was quite shocked. But I know they've got stuff going on. So rather than reacting and going, why are you acting like this? This is really out of order. I've chosen silence and just chosen kindness and compassion. But
she's amazing, isn't it? So what do you think is your biggest learning from this week? What do you think you've really learned in the last 2 weeks, really? Because we've had I
don't know. I tell you what, one of our guests, I mean, I learned so much from all the guests that come on, but there's one particular, I don't want to say that I'm favouring this particular guest, but I've been watching his episode back, which is Adam from Mindspace, who is the Buddhist meditation. And I love how he holds his energy. And because I've got so much passion and I get excited, this is when I overspill. And for me, it's knowing when to apply my energy or hold back. And there has been a situation this week where I overspilt my energy again, and I didn't need to. I could have just held back. And there's something about the power of silence.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be put in situations where the intention behind it is my ego, because you feel like you need to defend, or, well, I need to tell that person because of this.
Thank you for watching. Remember to tune in again next week for more 5D conversations. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new release. Thanks again.